This is typical Square Enix. They haven't changed a fucking bit. For all the talk of them saying, oh, we're gonna start listening to the fans more, we're gonna start being more open with you guys, they haven't changed a bit. They haven't changed a bit. And they need a serious reality check. Alright, so the inspiration for this video comes from the news a couple days ago that Square Enix has decided not to show Final Fantasy 15 nor Kingdom Hearts 3 at E3 this year. Which is so blindingly stupid and yet so so expected from these guys that I am mad, I'm disappointed, but above both those things, I'm just confused and a little baffled. So this is what Square Enix had to say, or at least speaking with Famitsu Magazine, Shinji Hashimoto of Square Enix had this to say, and I'm reading this from Digital Spy. We are working diligently on Kingdom Hearts 3, but I think releasing new information will still take some time. We included a small part regarding the story of Kingdom Hearts 3 in the new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 2.5 prepared for E3 2014. So please check this out. And that is true. They did. It's a very, very typical Kingdom Hearts teaser with the whole text and the cryptic dialogue and no footage. I mean, it might as well have been a secret ending to 1.5. So, it really might as well have been. There's really absolutely no point in sticking that at the end of the 2.5 trailer. But I digress. It does get me a little bit excited because at least they're giving us a morsel of something. So I guess we should be grateful for that. It's actually more than I anticipated that we would get. I expected nothing at all. And yet I was holding out hope that they had changed their ways. And I kept saying to people, knowing Square Enix, I wouldn't hold my breath at them showing either of those things there. And I am still disappointed because they said they were changing their ways, that with a new president, with a corporate reconstruction, I expected something different from them. I guess not. And also, he continues on, he added, internally, we try to ascertain the best time for revealing new information about Final Fantasy 15 to the fans. So when we were going over our promotion plans, we judged that this year's E3 would not be the best time to exhibit information about Final Fantasy 15. Okay. So what is the best time? The most highly exposed gaming conference in the world is not the best time to show new information about Final Fantasy 15, even though they did it last year in a glorious trailer. And this year, they just, I was mainly excited this year for Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 to be there. This has taken a lot of wind out of my sails for this year's E3. Now it's like, I mean, I have other stuff to look forward to, but that was one of the main draws for me this year. And now that that's gone, they've really dropped the ball this year. And I guess they're doing this so that all this news about Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 wouldn't tramp all over Kingdom Hearts 2.5 spotlight. But why is 2.5 having such a big spotlight? Yes, I know that a lot of people, including myself, absolutely do not misunderstand me. I am dying to play 2.5. I've been dying to play 2 in HD for many years now. But why is this game getting such a big spotlight at E3 this year when the attention should be on 3 and Final Fantasy 15? That has me very confused because we've already played 2. We've already played Birth by Sleep. some of us have already played Recoded. Why? We know what happens. Why is that getting such a big deal? Yes, the HD graphics. I just don't get it. I really don't understand why that has a bigger priority than Final Fantasy 15 or Kingdom Hearts 3. And don't tell me that, oh, well, they need more time to prep it. They've had a year, okay? They have had a year to prep information. We saw new footage back in, I think it was October or September. And I made a video about it when they showed a new Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. And it looked awesome. It was like, holy shit, they actually are having progress on this thing. So if they can do that at the D23 in Japan, why can't they do that at E3? You can make a trailer. Okay, trailers do not take that long to make. Alright? Especially if it's like a quick minute and a half. I'm not asking for much when it comes to Kingdom Hearts. And to be fair, I understand. I sort of understand where they're coming from with Kingdom Hearts 3. I think it's ridiculous, and I think it's a big mistake, and I think they're majorly dropping the ball. But I understand, because that game, if we're to take Square Enix's word on it, it's only now being in development. So that's going to take time. And do not hold your breath for Kingdom Hearts. I am so sick of seeing these fucking articles that are coming out saying, look, the release date is going to be in 2015. It's going to be in 2014. It's going to be in 2016. Shut the fuck up. Stop reporting on rumors and assumptions. Okay? That is bad gaming journalism. Stop reporting on rumors. Alright? No one likes it when a rumor that gets people hyped up turns out to be false. Stop reporting on it. It pisses me off. Do not hold your breath. Take this from me. Do not hold your breath for a new Kingdom Hearts game this decade. I'm being nice, saying that we'll be lucky if this game's coming out in 2017 or 2018 or fuck, even 2019. Do not expect Kingdom Hearts 3 this decade, knowing Square Enix's track record. And after this announcement, fuck, that just proves my point even more. Because now on to Final Fantasy 15. This has been in the works for years. 8+ years. That's a hell of a long time for a game. What have they been doing all this time? Oh, that's right. They've been working on Final Fantasy 13 and its sequels. Final Fantasy 14, both Final Fantasy 14s. I have a list of what has come out since Final Fantasy 15 was announced back in 2006. Back then it was called Final Fantasy Versus 13. Let's look at what's come out since then. The entire Assassin's Creed series. Keep in mind, that is 5+ games. 5 or 6 games right there. The entire BioShock series. 3 games. Both current-gen Grand Theft Autos. Which are huge. Enormous games. And yet, they took shorter time to make than Final Fantasy 15. The entire Uncharted series has come out. 2 consoles from Nintendo and Sony. Not just one console cycle, 2! And to be fair, we are in the middle of the other ones, but we've seen, actually, Xbox 360, even though that came out a little bit before Final Fantasy 15 was announced, 3 consoles! We've seen the lifespan of 3 consoles since Final Fantasy 15 has been announced. 3 Kingdom Hearts games, and like I said, Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 13-2, and Lightning Returns, and Final Fantasy 14, and A Realm Reborn. So they've made and released 5 Final Fantasy games since the announcement of Final Fantasy 15. What the fuck is taking them so long? What is taking them so long? And I understand the argument that games take a long time to make. They require a lot of work and effort if you want them to be good. No question. Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. This is ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous, especially when they're not even going to announce any new information this year. Do we even I don't even have a sense of who these people are in the game. I don't have a sense of what's the main conflict in this game. I know it's about obtaining a crystal or something. That's the problem. I should not be wondering what the plot is for a game that has been in development for 8+ years. Alright? Fuck, Duke Nukem Forever. I knew what that game was about when they were teasing that back in the 90s. I know what the fuck The Last Guardian is about. It's about a boy earning the trust of a giant griffin, and the griffin helping him out escape from this area. Boom! Right there. Last Guardian. That's what it's about. What the fuck is Final Fantasy 15 about? What's it about, Square Enix? Please let me know. Please email me. Tell me what it is. Because I'm dying to know. And with this news, it just goes to show me that they haven't learned a fucking thing. We're right back to where we started. And yes, they do have time to announce information at Tokyo Game Show and Gamescom and D23 in Japan. But of all the times to do it when fan momentum, fan hype is at its highest, they choose to just completely drop the ball. They fucking shoot themselves in the foot. Wow. Good job, Square Enix. Fuck it. You could go through high school twice in that time that they've announced it, and it still wouldn't be out. Fuck, it's taking them 8 years to come up with the official name for the game. Imagine how long the official game is going to come out. Shit. And like I said, this is the typical Square Enix shuffle. They take one step forward, and then they take 2 steps back. Because of all the news of stuff like Media Molecule and Guerrilla Games, they're not going to be showing their new IPs this year. That sucks, because that does take a lot of the momentum out of Sony's conference. This is a big blow to me personally, and to a lot of people. And I am tired of it. I am sick and tired of this vaporware mentality that Square Enix has. And I do not like talking shit about Square Enix, because I grew up on Square Enix. My 2 favorite games of all time are Square Enix games. So, but they need a big reality check here. Which brings me to my next point. These guys are not doing well financially. They've said that for many years now. Their games that they make, they keep underperforming, and yet they still make decisions like this. They choose. How can they complain about being financially strapped, and yet they choose not to show off their 2 most anticipated games at the biggest gaming convention in the world? I don't understand it. I'm just, like I said, I'm disappointed, I'm mad, but above those 2, I'm baffled and very fucking confused. They complain about being financially strapped, and yet they don't. What do they not show? They don't show Final Fantasy 15. They don't show Kingdom Hearts 3. They start releasing stuff like Thief, which I've heard is just meh. They made stuff like Murdered Soul Suspect. They've released like a bunch of games that they produced that have underwhelmed. Okay, they've said a lot of their games have underwhelmed. Look, Tomb Raider underwhelmed. I've heard Hitman Absolution underwhelmed. Sleeping Dogs underwhelmed. Quantum Conundrum underwhelmed. Risen 2, oh my god, did they produce that? Risen 2 was a big flop. Kane and Lynch 2 underwhelmed. And the list goes on. These guys are making pretty bad decisions when it comes to what games to produce. If they really want to change their corporate structure and really want to make a profit, They need another serious reality check. Or they're going to be gone. They're going to fall apart before Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 15 comes out. They're in dire straits right now, and they are not making the best decisions. And it breaks my heart to see this, because I'd love to see them return to their former glory days. I would love to see that. But the problem is, they're too close-minded now. They're too stubborn. They're too focused on their old ways. And the sucky part is, I cannot find it within myself to give up on them. I can easily give up on guys like, and I'm sorry for all you fans of these guys, I can easily give up on Nintendo. I can easily give up on Capcom. I can easily give up on Sega. I have no loyalty to them whatsoever. Neither from my childhood, from my like high school years, nor to my adulthood. I have no loyalty to them. But I have a loyalty to Square Enix. Because I owe them a great deal. Because their games have made me the person that I am today. And I am forever grateful to them. Which is why I feel like I'm doing them a big favor by dishing out some tough love here. This is tough love, Square Enix. You need to get your shit together fast. Or this is not going to end well. And what they really need to do, my big advice, besides giving out as much information as possible on Kingdom Hearts 3, on Final Fantasy 15, they need new IPs. They need to stop relying mainly on Final Fantasy 15, and Final Fantasy in general, and Kingdom Hearts for their bread and butter. They need new IPs that we can look forward to, that do not become vaporware. They need to have a dedicated development team on these games to make these games, to have them come out in a reasonable time. And imagine this. Imagine if E3 this year, they announced new IPs that looked incredible, that really sparked new interest in not only their past franchises, but their current situation. That would be a win for you guys, to make new IPs. And I'm not just talking about another Deus Ex, I'm not talking about another Tomb Raider, I'm not talking about another Sleeping Dogs, which I really hope, like, if they're going to announce any sequel this year, I really hope they announce Tomb Raider 2, because the last one was fantastic. They need new IPs. They need stuff that embodies what makes them such a great RPG company. They need to take influences from Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts and past franchises. And speaking of past franchises, this will be my last point. They really only have been doing Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts, really. And I'm not complaining about the Kingdom Hearts part. They need to do another big Dragon Quest game. What was it? The last Dragon Quest game I even remember being on PlayStation was Dragon Quest Journey of the Cursed King. And that was almost 10 years ago. And I still have that game somewhere. I mean, it's a cool game. It has sucky combat, but it's a cool game to look at visually. And I love the storyline. Now, if they can overhaul the combat and make it more like a modern RPG, and have it have like the same art style, same characters, same story structure, that would be cool. That would be huge. Fuck it, release a new Chrono Trigger. We haven't gotten one of those in a long time. Or a new Mana game. The last big Mana game was 2007. And now, like, I know there's a new Mana game out, but they just unceremoniously announced it like, oh, it's coming out in summer 2014 on iOS and Android. Whoopee. What a big seller that's going to be. So, two things. New IPs. They need to dig up some old franchises and release new games for that. Because if they don't, and they just keep on doing the Square Enix shuffle, this is going to end badly for them, and I don't want to see them go out. Like I said, Square Enix means a lot to me. This is my advice to them, and I hope they take it, because if they don't, I mean, when Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 finally come out, yes, they're going to be huge successes. But if they want to work in the long run, if Square Enix wants to stay in the game, they need to start coming up with some new stuff. New, great stuff. That's my advice to you, Square Enix. Alright guys, thank you for watching. If you have any advice for Square Enix that you'd like to see, please leave it in the comments section. If you like what you see, subscribe. And as always guys, thank you for watching. Have a good one.